all-time great. And again, he's not an old man. He's still at the end of his prime to where I can't believe these words are coming out and going across this table. We are realistically discussing the Los Angeles Lakers of LeBron James missing the playoffs. And here's my biggest problem with last night. That might have been as pathetic and lifeless a defensive effort as I have ever seen from LeBron James. And I don't get it because he's better than that.
Skip, he can't skip. He's playing 40 minutes.
Okay, he's playing 20 minutes because the other 20 he watches on defense.
Okay.
He is the equivalent of an innocent bystander on defense. He just goes, he started doing it last year in Cleveland. He goes and stands under the basket and he just kind of looks around. And if his guy's on the perimeter, let him shoot. And if guys are driving down the lane, let them drive. And it hurts my heart to watch him because you know what his body language is saying on defense? It looks like he has given up on his team as opposed to his team giving up on him.
Okay.
It's like, I didn't get AD at the trade deadline, so I'm out. I'm waiting until next year. That's his body language last night.
I think when I look at LeBron, Skip, he's looking at the guys. He's like, this guy can't shoot. This guy's not going to make it. And he stands on the basket, and then the guy swishes it, and he looks at Kuzma, he looks at the bench. Bro, that's your guy.
Yeah.
Your guy here, hey, Skip, that's like John Elway throwing me a pass, my former quarterback. I drop it, and I look at Ed Rod like,
what?
Dude, come on, man. You dropped it. Bron, that's your guy. That's your guy that made the shot, and I get it. The scouting report probably says, hey, he's not going to take that shot or he's shooting a low percentage from that distance.
It's almost starting to smack to me of LeBron thinking, I don't want to fight my rear end off to get the 8th spot for the right to get swept by Golden State. That's how it's coming across to me, like he's resigned. He doesn't want that. He doesn't want to have to go battle and battle and battle. What do they got left? 22 games. Like 22 more games. Sweat, blood. Maybe his groin's still flaring a little bit. And it looked like last night he's saying, I don't want to do this. This is beneath my dignity to go fight in Memphis on a Monday night against a team that basically waved the white flag and sent their franchise player, Marc Gasol, to Toronto.
Let me ask you a question. Would it be more of a ding to LeBron's legacy if he misses the playoff entirely or he gets to the playoffs and gets swept?
Misses entirely.
Thank you.
It just would be.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I don't know if he knows that.
Oh, he knows it.
I mean, it feels like he's already reading the script for Space Jam 2. Like, maybe they can start shooting early. Well, seriously, that looked like last night was Space Jam 2. Here we come.
Well, if they don't get on the ball, but I got a feeling, I got a sneaking suspicion they're going to go about 16 and 6, 17.
Okay, well, maybe they will. And again, I do think they play better the better the competition is. Like last night was beneath LeBron. Like, what are we doing here? So, can I get to a little quick video, if you will, please? The first play happens with 9:15 left in the game, and it's still a 6-point game at this point, and LeBron is playing his one-man zone defense underneath the basket. If we could see this, and DeLon Wright drives for the Memphis Grizzlies. Watch this. LeBron, help! Did you see that? Again, Muscala is on him, and yet LeBron just lays him. Can you not stop the ball?
Yeah, you got to.
You got to stop the ball. Like that's just the least effort I've ever seen from LeBron James. That's all-time Olay. I'm not interested in playing defense, right?
Get back and argue. I mean, you want me to put up,
Okay.
you want me to put up a defense for
no,
that?
I don't.
Can't.
Okay, so now we got to go to the play with, here we go, one more time. That's pathetic. 2:30 left in the game. It's a 4-point game at this point. And the immortal Bruno Caboclo, he is the Brazilian Kevin Durant, or so they say. Yep. And he's got a 3-point shot here. That's why there's LeBron. That's his man. That's his man. That's LeBron. Go get him. Boom. Okay, how many times have we seen that in the last 2 years? That's his man. You got to go out and get in his face a little bit because he can shoot it.
I think LeBron says, the scouting report says that you can't shoot from that.
I think he can shoot it. He's the Brazilian Kevin Durant.
That just because they
Come
call
on,
you that don't mean
LeBron,
you are.
go get him. You know, that's triple-double defense because if he misses, LeBron's going to get an easy 6'9" rebound, okay? And then I got to do one more play, and this is not a defensive play, but if we can go all the way to the one, it's 2:11 left, and LeBron drives it. If we could see this play, he's still on defense. LeBron drives on Caboclo, and he takes him all the way underneath. He takes him. He's got him. Just shoot it. Just shoot. What are you doing? Like, that's That's like, I'm not interested in doing this, or I don't have any lift, or I'm worn out, or to whatever your point is. Who is that guy? The guy I used to know, the LeBron I used to know, would have taken him and stuffed him in the basketball into the basket. Am I right about that?
Yeah.
He is 6'9", 270, 265.
Well, maybe you need to get down to 250.
Just power it up. And instead, he kicks it out. And I'm not...
I mean, he's dominant. Valanciunas is dominating on the glass. Joakim Noah is dunking. He put JaVale McGee in the spin cycle, dunked on him, and then followed it up with a pimp back dunk. Got to get a timeout. Is there any? I have yet to see the Lakers when Luke Walton can go to the locker room and still have 3 timeouts left. Every game he goes to the locker room, he's exhausted all his timeouts because he's got to snuff out a run. I'm like, man, this is utterly ridiculous.
Luke Walton is not going to survive this.
No.
Book it.
Well, I'm trying to figure how he survived this long.
I don't know.
He should be on
I thought he'd be gone at the break.
Yes.
And you know what? That might have been the magic move.
Think so?
If they had done something to change the flow and the feel and the vibe of it.
But Madam Boss Lady,
I don't know.
She loves him. So he ain't going nowhere. He's not going nowhere during the season. And I think he reiterated that, Skip. He's safe at least to the end of the season.
I got it. So just to be fair, did they miss a goaltend on Noah? Yes, they did. I don't think the ball would have gone in, but it's in the cylinder and you can't touch it in the cylinder. Did they miss the 8-second call? Yes, they did. They missed it by a half second. They did not get the ball across half court. Did they miss the charge when LeBron was called for the offensive foul on Noah? That's a 50-50 call. And you know what struck me was the referees have lost so much respect for LeBron at this point. They're not going to give him the 50-50. It's a 50-50 call.
But you tell me to tell LeBron to drive the basketball and go to the free throw line.
I do, but he had been so listless, so lackadaisical on defense and at certain times rebounding the basketball. I think the referees are like, okay, if you don't want to play, we don't want to call.
He's still LeBron.
Well, I know, but that's a respect call. James Harden or anybody, they get the Russell Westbrook, they get that call like that. And LeBron should have gotten that call. It's 50-50. There's nothing wrong with the call. It wasn't a bad call. It just wasn't a LeBron call. Usually the superstar gets that call, and he didn't get it.
Right.
And then the other thing last night was, for a while, he finally got this. He's on his 647th free throw shooting routine.
Yeah.
So he got a new one going. Where before the ball came to him, he started doing this exaggerated one-hand follow-through, like practice stroke.
Kyle Korver does that. Ray Allen does that.
Woo.
Yeah.
Whatever works.
Woo. He does 2 of them. Then the ball comes, dribble, 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 and he tries to do it just like he had practiced. And he got on a roll until the late one, because he could have cut it to 1 point on the late one, and he shot it too hard, and that led to the uncalled 8-second.
Right.
But again, look, I'm going to say this, and it's going to sound like I'm piling on, but Michael Jordan made first-team all-defense at age 34 years. And LeBron is 34 years of age. You can argue that LeBron has played a lot more high-level basketball. I got it. Michael took the 2 years off. But still, he was 34 years of age, and he was still making first-team all-defense in his final year in Chicago. I don't think it's too much to ask of a LeBron who hasn't made first-team all-defense since, what,
he returned to Cleveland.
Yeah, 2013, I guess it was.
Wow.
Okay. You know, it's not too much to ask that he play a little bit more because it's uninspiring for his teammates. He's got to set the tone on defense from jump.
You know, if he's the leader and they're following their leader's body language and tone,
the body language.
What did they see?
They don't see that.
The body language was horrible last night.
It was.
I mean, why would anyone want to play with any of those guys? It looked like they were.
Now, your body language, Skip. Sometimes your body language, but you know I'm gonna bring it regardless. Even though your body language be slumping off, like, take it easy on me. Nope.
Really? Are you sure? I was worried about your body language this morning.
I think it's
that performance.
A little bit the other way around. Or if not a lot the other way around.
They've got 22 games. At least they're home against New Orleans tomorrow night. At least they're home.
That case, New Orleans about to catch this L.
Okay.
I hope so.
You keep saying
Everybody
that.
catch this
I
thing.
hope so.
We honestly all hope so.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think we can finally agree on something. The Lakers are going to win a game.
We want them to win,
We'll
though,
have to get
tomorrow night
Okay.
at home. Okay, coming up next, Kyler Murray. Is he